against me. I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Got all the rings, stuff. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, huh? But they always...
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just got to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow.
He's got a man complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Explorers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Lance. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And touchdown. Chris Olave with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Explorers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. No problem there on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Got his target, Samuel. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On the move to his touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Explorers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance, that's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Lance now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Now Lance again. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lance, and he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. And Lance going to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And out of bounds right around the 20. And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Tries the left side and finds Olave. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Okay, ready?
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's a give up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Explorers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. That time a 9-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Now a play fake. Lance. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first.
So we've come to halftime after a very
past the halfway point of the season, and past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now here's the option play going left. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And now they'll throw with Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And room there to work it inside the 25. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Up the middle they go. Rushing. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the option right is Lance. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And as a result, possession switches hands. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they'll get him down up past the 15. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw here. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Tackle there by Nick Cross. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. Now a handoff running through the middle. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll roll him out right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown from 3 yards out. And the Explorers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now this throw caught left side, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Lance.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
To throw, it's Lance.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. From midfield, here's Lance.
And his throw here's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first.
Desperation time here. Lance.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown! A big play there. 55 yards.
And the Explorers are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. A good gain on 1st has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Lance looking to throw it.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Lance on target to Samuel, and he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Lance looks to throw again.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And they'll go for it. Lance, he's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Lance now on 1st down.
Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
He completes it to Olave.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. He's got a man complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Another big gainer, 2 in succession as this one goes for 32.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 2nd and 5. Escaping the pressure right. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys.